About the Matrix. Um, it's time. We're all grown up and graduated here, but I'm going to give you guys a nice heads up and spoiler. If it bothers you to talk about the existence of other species in our world, you need to exit. If you're not, so there's your spoiler alert right there. Um, about your reptilians, okay? That's what this conversation is going to be about. Now, see, consider Little Flower as an ambassador, because that's really what I am. I'm trying to be a representative of multiple demographics and give everybody a fair shake at having their voice heard. Hence, the fact that I'm trying to help reform, you gang stalkers without condemning you like the rest of us have a right to, because you guys have been targeting people long enough. That's a lot of hate, and not everybody is as evolved as I am with all the forgiveness and stuff, because we're all different paths. So at any rate, when it comes to reptilians, I truly believe that they're not all bad. I believe they're like us. Like, we got some really cool humans and we got some really unethical parasites. So, I'm not an expert in it by any means whatsoever. I'm more of a thinker. And I have some objective data to back, my belief in the existence of them. I mean, yeah, psycho, whatever. The truth will play out for itself. But, from what I understand, they were here before us, honeys. Humans? We're kind of egotistical, thinking that, the world is ours for, domain, whatever. They were here before us, okay? That's why you have the Matrix, because we're more like their batteries, farm, whatever. But there we go. I'm just going to say that. There's a point here. Stay with me for a moment. So, my theory, is that I postulate for my hypothesis is that when with humans, we all have our different vibratory frequencies, right? So, whenever you hold a camera and you go to take a picture of your environment, you can take the same camera and give it to two different people and in the same environment, and you'll pick up different frequencies depending on what frequency the person is at, okay? So, I've been picking up a lot of anomalies in my pictures for quite some time now. And some of it offers me the ability to scry, S-C-R-Y. But with that aside, what I had discovered for me is that, okay, if you want to catch one of these people, because, the question is, when you're hanging out with somebody, how do you know you're not hanging out with a reptilian that's there to, shake you down, to loose you? So, what I discovered is that, say you have a group of people, and this is how I figured it out. I figured it out at the Texas Renaissance Festival. I'd taken a picture. I'm a prolific picture taker because I'm an amateur photographer. But whenever I take my pictures in post-production and blow up what's there, man, I got some fucking shit simply by post-production. So what I've come to learn is that you have your lights, okay, so like regular lights. And whenever the light's on your subject, you're going to see the human presentation. But when your subject has light on part of them and darkness on part of them, it's the darkness that you need to scrutinize. So go into your post-production app. I love to use Adobe Photoshop Express, and then blow up the exposure, and then work with the different adjuncts to fine-tune what you see. You'll be really surprised. So if you want to clock a reptilian, that's the best way to go about it. Hashtag true story. So don't take my word for it. I mean, go figure it out for yourselves. I mean, I lost my pawn, so I know there's somebody going through my iPad like, what's you got over there? I hope you like what you find, because these assholes have been deleting pictures from my stuff for quite some time now. You guys know what I can fucking do. Yes, you do. I'll talk about that another time. But since I'm holding all of you accountable for everything I've lost being a targeted individual, how dare you all be permissive about it? How dare you all partake in the cesspool with your goddamn gift cards on the blood and brow? Never mind that if it was the bone marrow squeezed out of an 8-year-old that was sodomized for your gift cards. And to keep you fucking dumbed down without, refuting the immoral decrepancy of it all. So, but there's your big bomb right there. That's how you catch a humanoid. Now, I don't know what the pictures that I have found that did that with. It was a Canon EOS R mirrorless. And I haven't done it with like a phone camera or anything because it's like a hit or miss sometimes. But that's the best way to go about. And then here's another thing too. So it may work with, again, it depends what vibratory frequency you're vibing at with the outcome of what you can see in your fucking pictures. I vibe pretty high. So, there it is. So the pictures I take, simply by virtue of the investment I've done with my own shadow work, is what got me my high vibe. And I can talk about it another time. But that's the best way to see what's really going on in your environment. Hashtag true story. So that's how you decloak your fucking reptoids. And, yeah, they don't like it. I told you, you guys are fucking exposed. And even if I didn't mention it, the fucking world is changing anyway. It would have just been by tomorrow. And you guys have been fucktards. So on top of that, I think there is a prophecy out there that I had something to do with, because all you fucktard reptoids are making it hard for your ethical ones. So as we enter this new Aquarian age, you should represent your species already. Because you're making it rough for your ethical species to present themselves within the context of this reality. So it's time to get your ethics in place. Everybody's held accountable for their ethics. Doesn't matter if you're human, not human, reptoid, not reptoid. It's the same earth, people. And others. So when you start acting out of your reptilian portion of your brain as a constant, you might want to stop and think about that. Those are the people you might want to try to clock on the down low with taking pictures of them in the dark. Shit, I was sitting on these pictures I had for 2 and 3 years before I realized the magnitude of them. I want my iPad back. That was my pawn. And I'm sure you're enjoying my photos. I guess you guys were looking for what? A lot of intercourse on there? A lot of prostitution and all that? What did you find? More like a lot of paranormal photos, if anything. And I got a lot of good work on there. Might fucking concern you, because you're Men in Black? If they're real? They're the fucking thugs trying to keep the humans in the dark about the grander truth of our reality. So, you know, do your own experiments. See what you find. Because I don't know what kind of cameras produce the best outcomes. But if money's not an object, go for your Canon EOS. EOS R, mirrorless. I would have been able to upload some pictures, but my iPad is gone. So, who has my iPad? Anyways, and there was, okay, so that's one method. Now here's another method, and in fact, I caught a demon using this method, and guess what? That shit was erased from my phone. Imagine that. So when I was at the women's shelter, where I was heavily death marauded with their fucking Nazi terrorism in there too, fucking evil as fuck. Well, this is a method and technique. So, if you take a picture of somebody, something, somewhere, what you want to do is take it in the reflection of something. You need the reflection, not with, like a mirror. So what I did was, when I was being targeted by a couple of people, I wanted to see what was there because I'm paranormally inclined. So I took a picture of, there was a woman sitting on a recliner. And then I was trying to be nonchalant about it. So I took a picture of them in the reflection of the flat panel TV that was off. So, it was a black mirror, more or less. And I couldn't get them all. All I could was get a foot. That's all I needed. And that fucking picture and that little piece, I caught a demon. I'm like, she was wearing boots. I didn't even see the boots. I saw her demon toes. Don't tell me the reptoids are getting a little, getting their panties in a wad now. Hey, all you guys had to do was play nicely in a sandbox. I've known this shit for fucking a while now. And I haven't even broadcasted it with publication. So, the fact that I caught a demon, whoever hacks my phone took the picture, and it's not there anymore. So anyways, don't take my word for it. Do it for yourself. Take your pictures on the down low. Scrutinize who you're really hanging out with. Who you really breaking bread with. Because if you people think that humans are the only species in existence, well, it's a bit megalomania, wouldn't you say? And the reason why we have a matrix is because the reptilians were here first. They made that. Not all of them did. Anyways, I have an experience to relate another time. But I'm going to stick to these 2 points, these 2 techniques that anybody could do. So, fucking do your own experimentations that you come up with, and then post them, on Reddit, whatever, and share it with us. Because, man, I'm just stuck on survival. I don't have time to, enjoy my finer arts and hobbies. Otherwise, I would have been doing my drumming and all of my belly dance. Yeah, I can belly dance pretty good. And roll my belly. But, whatever. I've invested in my avatar, and every time these people were fucking fucktards to me, I took my anger out with prayer and in the gym and invested in my skill sets. I was born in 1970. I started learning how to belly dance at the age of 29. So, been belly dancing ever since then. But, reflections. It's really important to take your pictures through reflections of things. I don't know how it works, but it does. And when I was able to catch the toes of that demon in Everett Gospel Mission Women's Shelter, I just caught its toes by use of the plasma TV reflection. So those are my two techniques. So have fun, world. See what you come up with. Anyways, thank you for listening. Thank you for your support, and please like, subscribe, and share, because I'm being shadow banned all to hell here, because, you know, it's the real fucking truth and news that's being dumbed down and kept away from the minds of people everywhere, because the Nazis want to stay in control, with their new terrorism being the god instead of liberties the good patriots died for, as evidenced by the DEA keeping me in direct access to the onslaught of all of the atrocities I mentioned. Anyways, guys, I love you. Thank you for listening. And I'll be in touch tomorrow to let y'all know I'm still okay. Prayers, please. And like and subscribe and share. So if somebody is in a position to tip my tip jar, I'd appreciate that. Bye for now. Good night, all. And thank you for commenting, and I apologize I read them at this point, because, you know, I have to protect my mind and heart space, and I keep the comments open so the world can see all the government grubbing going on. All right, thank you. Bye. I would say happy 4th, but it's not a happy 4th. And if you duped, because what we have now is Psychotic Day for the 4th, because America is officially bitch to Nazi terrorism, as evidenced by your non-investigative list. Love you guys. Bye.